couple stupid fucking mistakes and keep journaling what I'm doing. I think I'll be there pretty quick. All right. So yesterday I challenged some of you guys to, let me just double check, make sure it's actually streaming, to just trade this gold trade that we're going to go over here in a second, and just trade that with an evaluation, and don't touch the evaluation outside of this trade that we're going to take here. So any of you guys doing that? So let me I'm just gonna get out of this position. I think it's topping out here pretty quick, actually. Might not be a bad short opportunity on this retest here, but I'm gonna go ahead and get out of it, and then we'll go to gold here and we'll start getting this cooking. All right, so I figured it'd be a down move. Let me just go ahead and delete everything. We'll start on the 1 hour here. So we want to drop down after we do our high time frame analysis, which is like I like to do it on the 1 hour. You can do it on whichever time frame you like. Nice. I'm always driving home during the time window, but I do have a stream up when I'm driving. Yeah, you could. I trade while I drive all the time. This morning I was driving on the freeway trading meme coins, and I hear, and I was like, oh shit, I should probably like stop this right now. It's probably gonna kill myself. Okay, so let's go back to hourly chart. Yeah, same thing. Super lame. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, for real. Yeah, the money do you no good if you crash. Okay, so we have this balance area here. And I'm just really investigating right now, looking for like clues on direction. I think it needs to repair this area here. Usually what I've seen so far is this move is very focused on the New York session, the previous New York session. So if you look here, it very rarely attacks outside of the New York session. So that would be from here to here. That's the New York session. Yeah, I don't see any examples where it doesn't. So let's put a line. I want to put a line on the bottom of this candle here and see if it like touches that and pushes away from it. I don't really see anything here on the 1 hour that's of interest to me. There is like some cool stair stepping that was going on here. And then down here there's an area, but that's way far away. All right, 10 minute, and then we'll start honing this in here. So balance area, big move down. Let's see how deep of a retracement we are. Pretty deep, getting there. Come here, dude. Sorry about that, my dog's whining. Okay. I don't really see anything on the 10 minute either. Like there's this area up here that could need to retrace into, but nothing of real interest to me. And this is where we'll get some answers here. Okay, so let's see if this got tapped into at some point. Yeah, it did. Didn't quite reach it there, but I think that's deep enough. And it looks like that's yeah. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm just not looking at a high enough time frame. All right, so when I can't like decipher where exactly it's gonna go, I feel like it already re-delivered up there, but we'll put the half back on our chart here, and then we'll say that's the upside target, so at least we know where it's going. I was hoping I could identify like an exact area it tapped into that would then, you know, let me know like, okay, it's probably going to reverse because it re-delivered to the upside, but I don't see anything that really tells me anything. So I don't really see nothing, but I do down here. Like, this is why I said I think it needs to retrace lower here. We have this here. And on 10 minutes, even more noticeable. So here's your like first pullback of that move up. So I think at the very least it would need to tap into this previous high to the left here. There's like big ass volume imbalances up here. Yeah, what up? What up? So let's keep an eye on this, and yeah, we got our downside areas, we got our upside targets, and we just got to trade it. All right, so I want to look at market structure here. Market structure will tell me a lot of information here. So usually this move already started, so this is kind of like making me think it might be an up move here, because usually by like 740 into 750, it's already cooking. I just I don't know if the risk to reward is favorable to the upside though. Hold on, I gotta close my door. Motherfuckers be loud as shit out there. Super fucking loud. Okay. Now it's just like a waiting game. I can look at NQ here. So there's a big ass volume imbalance here. I think if it gets a close above that, that would be a pretty, you know, pretty decent target, you know, like trigger there. And then we can look for a failure swing here, which it kind of overshot it there. We can see if it's a failure swing on this one. Is it one time framing up? No, not anymore. 3 pushes up. Let's see what DXY is doing here. Alright, so it's filling that little gap that it made there. Alright, so there's the close above the volume bounce there. Alrighty. It's just usually it's a turnaround time. You guys notice that I say that turnaround time, not continue on time. It's not a continue on time. So let's drop down time frames until we can identify like a closer area here. So we have this area here. We have that area right here. Let's check on ES. I'm unsure about this. I don't want to start your guys' accounts off with a bad trade here. So I feel like this is kind of like low odds here. It's not really setting up how I'm used to seeing it. Yeah, I think it's going up. I just don't know if the risk to reward ratio is worth it here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we're gonna break through here. Yeah, I don't think so. But you don't really need that many points either, so yeah, I think we're at least gonna come up into here probably, but we'll see what happens at 8 p.m. No rush. You know, no matter what, it's gonna take you guys at least a month to get your payout. So from starting today, like give yourself at least a month. Like just accept it. It's gonna be fucking 30 days, and there's nothing you can do about it. And take the pressure off yourself, and just don't try so fucking hard to do it. You know, you guys get what I'm saying? All right, this looks it is curling up here. Yeah, ES has a nice curl there too. Quite nice there. That's your strong high here. So this high led to new lower low. You could say this whole entire high here. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, that this move is like for gold though. This gold trade that we're about to take if it prints here, it's just it's an amazing trade, man. Probably one of the best like turnaround to, like where price usually turns around, stops moving that said direction, and then offers not one but two great trades because the move will happen and then it will top out and then you get the fade. So last night on stream I was talking about this, how I thought it was the top, and pushed out right before we got off stream. I exited my position right here. So I was like, yeah, I just think it's top, man. I don't think we're going to go up any higher. But I was like, I'm not sure. And then I said I would enter short if broke the trend, broke the trend line. I just didn't see it. I got distracted. All right, so it does look like we're coming down here. This is kind of an odd area to do, so. But that's not my not business of deciding if it is odd or not. I would love like a tap into here. That would like be perfect, and then a push away from it. That looks super bearish there though. All right, so there's the tap. There's the push away from it. This is what I wanted to see here, right at almost 8 o'clock. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and short this as soon as it takes out the previous candle's low here on a 1 minute chart. All right, so I think it just went half back of this entire higher time frame area here. Savage. Almost. Which gold seems to undershoot it most of the time. Yeah, I don't really trade ES, especially not during Asia session. Just because it doesn't offer enough risk or enough reward for the risk usually, but okay. Let's see what NQ is doing here. Because usually they kind of like move together. Yeah, so there's your rejection. I am going to short NQ here. Oh, not on this account though. Oh, this is the right account. Okay. And this is just for the gold trades here. see if I have this drawn correctly or not. So I don't think I had it drawn correctly. Maybe I hate this color. This stupid thing, man. It's aggravating. The color of it, just I don't like it. Here, let's just do this. There we go. Much better. Okay. Yeah. There was a contract change. That's correct. That makes it a little bit clearer to see. Aha. So a little change of perspective there. And clearly identify it. All right, so let's check out the one time frame usage. So you have previous candles low here. On the 1 minute, this would right there would be your strong low. It's like a high odds trade. We'd see it go below there. You know, that would be super bearish. I'm gonna exit this on NQ though. Yeah, so just a bad entry. And then we have this little area here. Didn't quite get into it. Yeah, it does kind of look bullish there in Q. Yeah, it's definitely channeling down. Right back into one support turn resistance. I think it needs one more push down though, so let's see what ES is doing here, how it looks here. Yeah, ES definitely is making higher highs and higher lows, so there's definitely a crack in the correlation here. So it pushed up there. All right, gold is officially looking like it's breaking down. There it goes. All right. Let's do it. So because my confidence level isn't like 100 on this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to enter with one contract here before it gets too far away from me here. Yeah, that's a failure swing right there. So what's going to probably happen here, guys, is it's probably going to make a failure swing up. This is what it usually does on these reversals here. Is I come down here and then it's going to make like an 80% retracement to there and then fail. But it doesn't do it every single time, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a fractal. You have the failure swing there, then it will do a failure swing on the lower time frame here usually. Which is about $110 worth of risk. So I don't want to enter in with two contracts and then regret it. Right, there we go. The wicks are like, they can't really see one of them. All right, nice move down so far. So it's definitely right at 8 p.m. it did this. So this is a different variation. Usually it starts earlier and then goes into like 8:15 or so. So it's a little bit different of a variation here. So yes, kind of like a little toppy here. I don't like for a bullish move. I don't really like this structure here, personally. What I see in this situation is expansion upwards, and now you're in consolidation without a retracement yet, with clear areas below that need to be retraced into. So if you're long there, be careful, guys. All right, so now if I think it's going to do a failure swing, is it better just to exit now and not take any heat? That's the magic question there. Yeah, has it already filled it, the new week opening gap? Yeah, I think once it fills it, they there's not much purpose to him after that, because the whole reason it goes into him acts as support. This is my opinion. I know a lot of people keep them on their charts, and they probably, I don't know, I think it's just randomness. If you put random lines on your chart, you'll see what I'm saying. And then like fast forward, you'll see how price interacts with those lines, but there's no precision element to it. It just like goes through it, and it seems like it's acting as a support, but it's really not. Where is it at? Where's my data at? That's so weird. Oh, it's a new contract. No? Oh yeah, I didn't have backward adjust on. I was like, what in the world? Did I not pay the bill or something? Oh, you must be talking about on ES, huh? All right. Looking pretty good here. It's good as not pushing back up. I hope it doesn't do the failure swing, because then I got to make the choice whether to hold on to it or not. Which I'll probably just cut it, because that is like there's always a chance that if it does come up into here, then that it pushes up, right? Yeah, sorry I'm not very talkative, guys. I still just don't feel very well, so if I'm not like a yapping like I usually do, yeah, that's why. But if you ask me questions, I will answer them all day, every day. To getting up early help you? Or yeah, I'm a little bit tired, but I got to get back on track. I can't just keep staying up all night and shit. Yeah, for sure, man. All right, so the curl up there, I'm going to exit this and wait for the failure swing here. I don't want to hold on to that during loss. Okay, yeah. So it's just, let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, so it's 0, 1, and then 5, and then 0.8. So I think there's a way you can change it from percent to numeric. Yeah, so it's 80% and then 50%, whichever way you want to go with that. All right, so 50% retracement there. What's going to suck is if it's not going to do the failure swing and then it pushes down and I lose my entry price. But I'm pretty like, I want to say every time, guys, but most of the time this is like what it does. I'll show you what I'm saying. This one never did one. Yeah, right there. So you have your failure swings right here. Comes in there, fails, and then you have the little failure there. Let's go back and check on this. And if it doesn't do it, then I'll just YOLO into it. What do you mean? How do you use it first time in your new to VIP? What do you like the Fibonacci? Is that what you're asking? Sorry, the mic's really close. My voice is probably loud. Better back it away from my face a little bit. Yeah, I guess it was bullish. I stand corrected. All right, so here's a much better price. So if I enter now, like last time I got in like right in here. So this is even, you know, much better price here. Let's drop down and take a look here. So we just take from that high to that low, and then it should like come up to here, just like when we took this to this. From there to there, 80%. So it should do the same exact thing here. It's almost there. And if we get like a little creative here and drop down even a little bit more, take this stupid thing off the chart so it doesn't look like shit. And there we go. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, so I use it for 50% retracements and then 80% retracements. That's about it. Yeah, they are going to be, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be a strong high or low, but it tends to be. Yeah, you're correct on that. Yeah, it tends to be. Like in this example, I'm looking for like the more fractal version of it. So there it is. Negative. That's a good question. How many points to target for this strategy? We just use one time framing. So once it starts going, I just implement one time framing. Let the market decide how far it wants to go. The like second or third time we took it, it went like 22 or 23 3-minute candles for like $1,800. So we just want to let it do its thing. So maybe I was looking at this wrong here. Like maybe this is the high, this is the low, and this is the failure swing, which could be, or it's going to break out here. But either way, I didn't hold on to the trade and take a bunch of heat, which is very good. Because you just don't want to take, if you don't have to take the heat, like it's just better to exit and re-enter. It's very important you guys get over that. I don't know who came up with that. Like you can't exit if you if you've already entered, you can't exit. I don't know who came up with that, but it's just it's not very. It makes no sense to me. Like price is dynamic, you have to trade it in a dynamic kind of way. All right, so I'm short here, guys. I'll explain to you why for a couple different reasons. Part of it's discretion and how close it is there. So I know that the spread on gold is, is probably pretty decent here. So you have to include the spread into any areas you have. You have to include the spread. So I know that the spread is it's actually really tight spread. It's only a 2 ticks, maybe a tick or two. All right, and so this on this time frame, did this lead to a new low? Yep, right there. So this high should not be taken out here. But last night we got faked out too because it's something similar to this, actually very similar, where it came right up to this high and then it took it out and stopped me out. So very similar kind of move here. How many? So we're just looking for an 80% rejection, or what signs are you looking for an entry? Yeah. Yeah, so it's not really about, like, you can have any entry patterns fine, like if you want to do a trend line break, whatever it is, but in this case, I'm looking for an 80% retracement for the failure swing, because it's either going to, like, if it's going to reverse it, most times it's going to be a failure swing or a double top, one or the other. But I'm not, like, super mastered in gold either, guys, so I'm still learning it just as you are. I'm really, like, this is my second week of trading it. Obviously, trading product's a trading product. They all have some similarities, but there is difference. Like, there's a clear difference between NQ and ES, like, clear as fucking day. The price action is different, the way they behave. Same thing with gold versus NQ, so from, like, my study of it, I see it, most reversals have a failure swing. You had one right here. All right, let's see. And or double tops. So it also likes to double top all the time. This one right there. This one right there. That's a failure swing one. And that's actually like a run on the previous high. That's last night's move, right? No, that's the week before. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it's either one or two things. Just catching up on charts for tonight. Thought I've been listening since the stream started. Think NQ looks bullish. Zoomed out. Yeah, it does look kind of bullish now. Alright, I need to get back to the chart here. Alright, so now I have to decide, like, are we going to stay in it? Are we going to get out? Like, is it going to continue grinding up? It's not really giving us, like, it'd be better if it retraced enough to get a scale out. That'd be a lot better. So what's going to be cool here is if this is a fractal 80% retracement, and it is, so it's very similar. But I thought the same thing last night too, so I think I'm going to go ahead and exit this here, guys. I don't, like, the plan was to see it come up to here and then fail, and not, this swing low kind of changes it for me personally. I'm all about, like, if I feel like I'm not in the trade that I was in before, I just want to get out. And that's a good example of why. All right, let's let that cook for a minute and figure out what it's going to do. Like last night, patience paid on it, for sure. But there's no 8 o'clock move today, so it is a no-show. Let's pull up so we can track this. Not you. Nah, not that. I'm not doing that. I'll just use ChatGPT for it. Probably easier. And then we can trade meme coins if you guys want. We can trade Bitcoin if the futures aren't moving enough to make it worth it. Alright, hold on. I gotta pay that stupid bill. Do I keep forgetting about it? I've been killing just straight merking on meme coins, guys. Like, making some pretty big money the last 2 days. And that's even with giving back like half of it on some stupid ass mistake. After I make like 10 SOL in a couple hours, then I give back like half of it on some scam coin I didn't recognize. Okay, so let's see if it double topped here. It's very close. It's in a trend, right? You can see the trend. So instead of entering and then getting stopped out, and just wait for the trend break like it did last night. This is almost exactly like last night. Here's last night's move right there. You guys see how similar this is? It's a very, very similar. No, that's not it. Can't live without this indicator, man. Yeah, there it is. So it actually made a higher high, quite a big one. Pretty, huh. I didn't notice how similar there actually are in a few ways. All right, so trend line is busted. There we go, guys. So I was correct. All right. So if I'm going to have to chase price like this, you don't want to enter full size. That's for damn sure. But gold's very, like if you look, it does retrace a lot. Like everything you need to know is already on the chart, guys. If you just look to the left and see what it did before, you know, find 10, 15, 20 examples, these patterns will start just popping out to you the more you study it. But you got to spend time in the charts studying price. Now you're still in that learning stage. I would suggest you spend every night at least 30 to 45 minutes just going through price, looking at what it did, finding the best setups that you missed, and on and on and on. Let's go 3 minutes and see what this looks like here. All right, so we have a little consolidation here. Expansion, consolidation. We should see a little retracement here. That would be cool. And then we'll just wait for the setup to print here. Oops. Ooh, I never thought about the... Like granny, I was thinking about a tick line chart would probably like be dope. I'm not paying an expert though, dude. You're tripping. Alright, so I'm just turning on this so I can just see a little bit better on lower time frames of what's going on. You can also see trend lines a lot easier. Now you see there, like it busted that trend line. So I'm gonna enter one right here. And I'm going to put my stop right about above the 50% area there. And then I want to look at how deep these like retracements have been so far. So that way I can measure this one here that we're coming into. So it's a little bit past the halfway mark. So put this here. And I just want to compare the two of them and see are they similar? Is it going past the the usual pullback level? And I would say so. Let's go back to the candlesticks because I feel blind without them. So candlesticks provide so much information if you really think about it. They provide a lot of information. What the fuck is this, dude? I think they look kind of white. I need to change that. I don't like that. How they look like that. Yeah, that looks even worse. Okay, so we can drop down and investigate here and check out like what it did with this balance area, because this is your first pullback of that move up. If it's gonna find support, that's usually where it will do it. So we have 1, 2 pushes down. Looks like it's trying to break this trend line here. And then this should act as resistance. And then I want to add one on once it gets away from my entry price, once it like shows me that it's working. So you have this area of this is shit. That's gonna need to be redelivered. All right, broke the trend. Hold on, let me try to catch up here. Tesla 4 p.m. open coming up while ES just blasted above its 4 p.m. Nice. Also been one time framing from 8 p.m. I like you, man. You're getting it down. You can tell Eric's been in the charts, studying that shit. Yeah, yeet. All right, let's well, gold's just chilling here. Let's see what NQ's doing here. Pushing on up, a little savage to it. So you should be able to pretty easily identify where it's going next. So it broke that little low time frame trend line. Ah. So I'm moving my stop like way close to it. After here, you can clearly, I don't know why how I didn't see this before, but it looks like it'd be a trend. Maybe it breaks it, maybe it doesn't. It's just acting like it did last night. Do you guys remember last night? How it did this same thing? Just kind of stalled out, and then it made a higher high, and then it failed. Let's look at ES here. So ES is coming into balance here. It might be a good short opportunity on in queue if it rejects here. So we have the Asia session high right there. So you have a pretty good size SMT here. ES taking out the high. I'm going to get out on that. It's starting to curl up. I might even flip the script here. But I want to save this account here is just for that 45-minute window there. So let's go ahead and track this here. So the cool thing about ChatGPT is you can track everything with it, anything and everything, and it does a good job of it. So let's just screenshot this. And then, yeah, in the different account, I'm going to try long here. I'll probably fade in Q here too, if it continues pushing down there. Yeah, see this curl up, guys? Look at this curl here. Beautiful curl. That like half circle rounding kind of pattern is one pattern that works in all assets equally. Like it just works in everything that I've seen. Now I'll put my stop right below there. You could wait for a pullback here, reduce your risk a little bit, but it's still only 1 point. Hi, this isn't a meme coin, but I am trading a specific time window and specific strategy in the futures market, specifically the gold futures contract. I want you to do the same instructions I gave you for the meme coin journaling, but just apply it to the futures. Do you understand? All right, cool. It gets it. It gets me. All right. I'll get to all your guys' questions. I just need to do this real quick, and then I'll get to them. There's a volume imbalance there, so I'd like to scale out here as it pushes up into that. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Maybe put the execution labels on it with that. That would be plenty enough information for it. Okay, so I sold one there, bought one there, sold one there, bought one there, sold one there, bought one there. It looks like it'd be profitable, right? But yeah, no real big losses. It's just yeah, it's kind of weird. Why am I negative $230 then? it could be a spread or something. Who knows? And then I suggest you guys use like the AI for journaling. It works very, very well. Like I got it set up like you can make your own little chats that are specific to certain tasks. And this one's set up just to be a journal, so where all I have to do is just give it the screenshot. That's the goal. And then that way we can track it as we go on day to day. All right, let's get this chat caught up. Okay. We have two tweezer tops coming out of the balance area on GC on timer. Yep. Wait, you can journal with it. Minus 400 for you. Ouch. Spread, yeah, gold usually hits harder in my opinion. Yeah, it's kind of weird. 220 for you guys. Okay. So we're about even then. I'm not sure, man. I'm not really familiar with it, so I couldn't tell you. I don't think it's I don't know. It's the lack of scale outs is what it is. Like if you get scale outs, that wouldn't be an issue, but it just isn't moving it's not very volatile tonight if you noticed. The volatility is fairly low. What the fuck, dude? There. Like we measure this, even this move up here probably isn't gonna go far enough to give me a scale out. That came extremely close. Oh, I bought right there. I was gonna say I came on the retracement, it came close to my stop. It's actually right at the level here. Nah. Needs to be like right in there-ish. Right in there-ish or so. Yeah, I thought you guys were asking questions, but you weren't. Okay. Yeah, it should work good. Let's check out and see what it did. Okay, so I have it like it took me a while to get it to do all this shit. It wasn't like it just did it. I just asked it to do this and it did it. But see, it journals everything for you. And then what I like to do is I like to just word dump on it because you can just talk to it if you just. They also have this setting right here, so. You pick a voice and it will talk to you, and you can just talk to it about your trading today. And then after you're done talking to it, ask it to summarize your trading day, struggles, highlights, anything like that. Hi, I just want to. I want to just do a word dump on you, and then you summarize it and break down what I talked about. So, in this trade, we started out, it looked pretty uncertain on direction. There wasn't a clear inefficiency that needed to be filled or a balance area that had been tapped into, making it pretty confusing on direction. In past trades that have worked very, very well, I've noticed that that is not the case. Well, you cut me off, so it doesn't really help, but yeah, you ruined my train of thought, man. That's fine. Just go ahead and summarize what I wrote down there. See, it's super cool, right? That's it, man. Just end it and summarize it, please, and add it to my journal. I took losses, bro. Like I took 3 break-even trades, pretty much. So please. See what I'm okay. I'm gonna end it, but you guys see what I'm saying? Like it is trying to. It's gonna ask you shit and like push you to make you answer and shit. So it's like a therapist too, and you can. It's the GPT. So this is a GPT I made. I named it Risk to Riches Meme Coin Journal. You come into here, explore GPTs, and then you go to create, and then you like give it instructions, configure it. It's nothing super complicated. I just gave it a lot of information about how I trade, like video transcripts. You know, I had it research how a journal should be, what a coach should be, blah blah blah. Yeah, the talking's cool, man, because that way you can like have a conversation with it just like you would someone else, and it will get like, especially if you've been experiencing pain in your trading. Sorry, that just coming back to that like just aggravated me. Especially if you're experiencing pain in your trade, like you need to talk to somebody about that. And it's not going to be your spouse or your friends or anybody, because they're not going to understand what you're going through, and they're gonna just gonna piss you off. Is you're gonna look for sympathy and understanding, and they're gonna be like, "What? Like, why don't you just not do that?" They just don't get it. So it's just gonna frustrate you even more and put you in more, in my opinion, a negative headspace. Exactly. Yeah. Go get a fucking job, or like, why would you just waste that money? Like, we could have used that money, or my wife was pretty cool about it, but you could always tell like it was starting to piss her off at a certain point. Oh, you blew the funded account and you had $2,000 in it. Like, that's our mortgage, like shit like that, you know. I got to pay your wife week every week. Yeah, like my wife fucking been taking a lot of money from me lately, man. She's getting quite good at it too, because she was really poor when she grew up. So she's definitely not money. Like when I first met her, she wasn't very money focused. I would say that's not the case now, though, which is good because she had such a, like, if you're raised around people that are, I'm gonna say, if they're fucking poor, their thoughts on money suck. Like they think money's evil. They think rich people are bad. And if you ever talk to anybody, like if you ever have deep conversations with them about it, and I get them to explain it to you how they view money, their whole view of it is just horrible. So, um, so if you did grow up like a little poor, you might want to check your views on money. Do you, like, for example, do you believe you have to work hard for money? Um, that's a common one. Like, it shouldn't be this easy to make money, or rich people are bad, but you're trying to get rich. So it's a contradiction in your mental state that can cause issues. Does she? Does she? Like, I don't like. Why can't I just withdraw it all? Yeah, yeah. Trying to explain it to them, dude, is the trip, right? I'm like, so they give me money to trade with, right? Well, no, that's a scam. There's no way. That's the first thing your mind said to me. Nice, nice, man. So it's a good experience being on the other side of the tracks. Yeah, so you definitely, um, and I didn't grow up wealthy, but I think middle class, like lower middle class, maybe. my mom has the worst views on money, but my dad doesn't. So luckily, I think as a child, I just like more or less listened to my dad about money and not my mother. Well, I don't know, because my dad wasn't even around that much, so maybe I don't know where I picked up. Yeah, I don't know. Think or Grow Rich, maybe, or a book. I tell people I get money to trade with and I can make profits with it. They ask why not just withdraw the account balance. Yeah, they're always like, why can't you just take the money out? And then when I explain it to people, they're like, so a Ponzi scheme, and I'm like, well, no, well, kinda, well, no, it's not a Ponzi scheme, but it does sound like one. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, so they're paying Peter to Paul kind of thing. I'm like, no. Let's check it out. Good looking out. Yeah, it's still going here. Yeah, it's been one time frame for a hot minute here. I bet you it's gonna double top if ES takes out this. I think it already took out that high. I bet you it double tops here. Bet you $1. Let's see what ES did. If ES took this out at 354. Oh, that is ES. So let's see. NQ. Ah, so it's probably happening right now, dude. Yeah, beautiful trend here though. If you like, so we can go over Nasdaq real quick because like I should have stayed long is what I should have done. I don't really know why I exited there. So last night we broke this down, predicted this, and it's such a good valuable lesson, guys. Like on just market structure in general and how it operates within these markets. Oops. What the fuck is that gap doing there? Oh, the backward adjusted, man, is a trip without that on. Well, it just doesn't look right. I don't know. I'll deal with it later. Maybe it's my screen or something. Like it looks like dull. I don't know. Fuck with that later. No, I don't know how to get it off my screen. Okay. So this is the SMC soup here. Yeah, definitely is. So 424. 424. So all we need to see now is NQ break the trend, which would first would be just in the one time framing up since you know, here, which it only had one candle where it took out the previous candle. There's also a trend here. So maybe this is like first leg. This could be the second leg. All right, but I'm going to be looking for a trend line break here, and then I wouldn't mind shorting this. Oh, it's not a double top. No, never mind. It's not a double top. All right, so what I was getting back to, this is a good example of just market structure in general and how fucking overcomplicated we make this shit 99.9999% of the time. So yesterday I called out for this to be tapped into just because, first of all, that's always what it does in the past. And so we went through this last night. So if you guys weren't here, we went through and looked at like 10 different examples of big moves up. What did they do the next day? So that really, really easy theme identified that they retraced back into the previous high to the left, right here, right here. So why does it do that though? It does it because if you look at this on a let's see, about a 1 hour. Yeah, 2 hour works. Doesn't really matter the time frame, but if you look at this here, CME will not allow an area where only buying takes place for very long on any time frame. So eventually it will fill it in. So before this candle went down here, you had an area of only buying taking place in the chart. So at this moment, there's only buying here. You know, there's no other point on this chart right now where you can put a single line and find a buying only area or a selling only area. Like, challenge yourself, try to find one where you put the line within the price action and there isn't buying and selling, like in the leg. Like, let me explain it like this. So this will clear a lot of this up for you guys. So if you have a move up, right? So you have a move up. And then let's say it goes up to here and tops out, but you won't have, you have a down leg there, you have a down leg there, right? But they will not leave in between these two swing lows here. So you have a swing low here, swing low here, swing high here. So in between this swing high and that swing low, they will not leave that area open for very long. Because that's buying only. It's not fair delivery. It's not balanced. It's buying only. So we know that they don't like it. They don't tolerate it. It's not allowed. So it's exactly what I'm pointing out to you here, right? So all they did was connect these two. So then price comes back down here, and all it did was connect it. So now there is a selling leg here now. And so now at no point can you put a line on the chart and find a buying only or selling only area. You put your line here, up, there'll be a buying, selling, up, buying, selling. What about here? Up, buying, selling. Up, selling, buying. But for here for a little bit, you did have an area, right? Oh, buying only. They don't tolerate this on. It doesn't matter the time frame either. It will get repaired. Look at the 4 hour. Same shit, different day. So there's actually an area on the 4 hour here. So when this does retrace, you know where it's going based off of this understanding. This understanding you can use it on the 30-second, you can use it on the minute, you can use it on the 1 second chart for all I care. But if you look at here, same shit, guys. Like, it's the same thing. Oh, can't put it there. Let's see. What about here? Nope. What about here? Nope. So now you know where this is going, right? This is a really basic way to understand where price is going to redeliver to. It's probably something I should have taught a long time ago. So watch this redeliver. So I entered 4 contracts just to like show you. Navigation bar has been moved. So this is why price retraces all the time. You can see it on the 1 second too. And it's how I knew price was going to tap into this area and push away from it. So it's the same thing, just I'm applying it to a micro fractal kind of way of looking at it. Watch, I get cocky and it pushes up. That'd be my luck. Let's go to the 1 second here. Line chart. Okay, on the 1 second, you can't find it at all. And if there is an area, then you can be really confident that it's definitely going to go and redeliver there. So let me make sure that this is just the settings here. I didn't know you can make the lines gradient. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. So can you find an area on the chart, even on the 1 second, that only has buying and selling? Like you put it through the price action and it's only buying. So nope. Like an up move that has not had that in it. So no, not here either. It did stop me out. So even right here, that area that I identified on the 1 minute. If you look here, it actually redelivered it right here. See that? To fill that in. So balance, push up, return back to the exact top of it. Balance, push up, return to the top of it. And it just goes on and on and on like this. Every second, every minute, every day, every hour, just all the time. Oh, I'm still fucking short, Jesus. All right, but that's why I identified that area. Hope that helps you like understand like why. All right, I think we'll wrap this up, guys. It's a heavy news week, so let me do my analysis real quick and then we'll wrap it up. See if we can figure out what it's going to do tomorrow. There's a nice channel downward here. So we tapped into here, and that's why it had such a fucking savage reaction out of here. So tap, that was the entry right there. It opened up, crashed down. They'll say it was for liquidity. Prices was going down there to run stops. Like, it's so... This market is not a liquid. So that liquidity bullshit, that's for like illiquid markets that don't have enough liquidity. It's like one of the most liquid markets in the world. Like, there's plenty of liquidity. Yeah, like so far just tonight, there's 16K traded on this tonight. And 239,000 contracts held. And there isn't a limited supply. Like CME, it's unlimited supply. So, yeah, it just proves that because they have the supply. They have as many contracts as they want to move price to do whatever they want. All right, so we look here on the daily chart. And it's also a daily high there that it tapped into. So it looks very bullish here. You see how I immediately go look in the past what it did? Because it's going to give me a good idea of what to expect going forward. Now, it won't be exact, but it should be relatively... You know, if I find enough examples and due diligence, you'll find patterns. So I really want to be looking at this lake here. This one's the most, it looks like the most like this one here. So you get little like, little pushes inside of a bigger pushes here. So you like 1, 2, 3, push down, 1, 2, 3, push down, 1, 2, 3, push down. So eventually we're going to get this crack here. That's probably going to come down and repair those areas that need to be tapped into. Like this area here. So other than this day right here, this usually leads to a reversal. This is a bearish Harami candle. So it's actually inside it opened up inside of the previous candle. So there's the high. There's the low of it. This is a bearish candle here. So we look at other bearish Haramis here. There's one right there, resulted in a down move. That's kind of one, not really though. You know, actually, there is no bearish Haramis on this chart. It almost always takes out the candle's high. Like this. Like that. Like that. Like that. There's one. But it did take... it's pretty even. Took out the low. Okay, so now we have a good idea of what we should be looking for here. Previous day's high taken out and the low. Previous yeah, I feel like that's kind of like where we're at right now. This kind of like look to it. So I'd assume at some point we're going to take out this high, whether it be early AM or not. And you'll have to see how this next candle opens up here. We have a volume imbalance down here. I would say we're at a good point here for a retracement down. So what I'm going to be looking for here, especially like early AM, is for, if not this high set here, this high here being taken out. So one or the other, and then see if it's going to attack the candle's low. Because if it's going to continue one time framing, cool, we can use that to our advantage. So just put these lows on your chart, like put the low on your chart. And then we got the high. So now we have a pretty clean little zone here to work from. We know if it goes lower, it probably is going to need to consolidate before a bigger move anyways. So now let's look at this low and high on like a 10-minute or something. So this low that we just put in today is going to be very important going forward. Look at that one time framing there. Fucking beautiful. Alright, so that's our low right there. And then this is going to be high. So pretty much we have like a range set here. So it's the high of New York session. And then we have Monday's New York session high. So just like yesterday, use the gaps, guys. The gaps are your biggest ally for trading New York session at the opening. So use the gaps to your advantage. Just like yesterday, if we open up and we're higher than where we closed today. So like, let's say we open up here. That's where we close. Let's say we open up here. Look to see if it tries to get into that gap. Like if we open and then it starts consolidating here, starts curling up, you're really good risk to reward ratio trade. See if it's going to be a gap and go. And if it does get into the gap, okay, it fills it, starts curling up, same kind of thing. Really good risk to reward ratio trade. But if we get through the gap, then you can be pretty certain it's going to continue down lower. So I think the way that this is positioned here, I don't know. I don't think we're going to take the low out. Yeah, it's kind of positioned here in a way to almost protect this gap here. This is a strong high though. Yeah, a little tricky, and we didn't fill that gap all the way either. I just noticed that. What do you guys think's gonna happen? I think this is kind of a tricky analysis. I'm struggling with it a little bit. Yeah, what's up, guys? What do you mean 2D 2D scale? Oh, I guess I wasn't I? Yes. Yeah, I guess I was, huh? Good looking out. I didn't even notice. I thought it looked weird. I was wondering why today wasn't printing on the chart yet. I was like, that's so weird. Why isn't it on the chart? I was like, maybe I have my settings weird or something. Yeah, same. So, actually, now that I look at this is probably. Yeah, it didn't really make it any better. There are some RTH gaps up to 22.4. Is there? Yeah, gaps are such a huge ally when doing analysis. For the longest time, like no one really was really looking at them. I forgot I can't see the fucking gaps with that on. My head's starting to pound, guys. We're gonna have to wrap this up. I'm getting like a fever. The fucking fever is coming back again and again and again. It's relentless at night and early morning. Uh, 22,400. Yeah, let's wrap this up, guys. My head's pounding. Okay, so it's definitely failed here. This is a failure swing and a half. Not a failure swing, but it double topped. I'm going to be shorting this here, guys. Not in that account, but in, damn it. No, that's the right account. But in this account here, and looking forward to just pretty much fix this move up that I made here, come back down into here. So my target will be it'll be right there, and then down here as well. And that's our app, guys. Sorry price didn't move. There's nothing I can do about it. We'll try tomorrow. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The Asia session turn. Yeah. You guys have a good night, man. Peace out. Mm-hmm. You guys have any questions on here? Sorry that the stream was kind of lame tonight, but nothing I can really do about it. It's better if price moves, obviously. If you have any questions, I'll give you guys a couple minutes to go and put them in the chat. All right. No questions? All right, guys. Yeah, if you want to join my Discord, I do this every single fucking day of the week. Sundays included. 6 days a week. It gives you plenty of time to learn from me and trade with me. And I'll see you guys in the charts. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace out. Money, boy. Give me that money, boy. So much better to trade. Fuck.